Hello, and welcome to our holiday live stream of our table read of Iyanu. My name is Paula Gammon Wilson. I'm the casting director and voiceover performance director for Iyanu, and I'm here today with the fabulous cast of Team Chosen. We have Serah Johnson, who played Iyanu, Sam Kugbiyi, who played Toye, and Okey Jude, who played Biyi. And we are super excited to read for you today. It's so good to see you guys, because I haven't seen you in forever, and I thank you so much.
It's so good to see you.
Good to be here.
So, sorry, we are basically family at this point, so there'll be lots of giggling today, and we hope you join us. So, for those of you who don't know, a table read is when the cast gets together and reads through the script. It's primarily done for theater and for episodic television, and it's the first time that the actors get to read with each other and hear the arc of the story, and it's a chance for the writers to hear what's working and what is not. So today we're going to be reading scenes from episode 6 of season 1 and episode 7 of season 1. And how about I give you a little bit of an intro for episode 6 before we dive into it, just as a reminder. Yeah. Episode 6 was the first time that Team Chosen really starts to work together, and it with varying degrees of success. So this scene is when the trio of Iyanu, Biyi, and Toye are riding Ekun and running from the corrupted animals, and they end up in a cave, which was not the original plan. You'll hear in this episode that some of what they're saying is different than what ended up in the final episode, because it is a process from when we originally record the dialogue to when we get to the final finished product. So listen for the differences, and I hope you enjoy it. So, fabulous actors, shall we dive into episode 6 of season 1 and see what happens?
Let's do it.
Right on, let's do it. And now a bit of episode 6, scene 1, as Team Chosen races across the Rinku Plains.
Hold on tight, everyone!
You don't have to tell me twice! Whoa!
Got you!
Exterior, Rinku Plains, continuous. With rock walls on either side of them, Ekun keeps sprinting forward, but he's visibly starting to run on fumes.
Ha! See? I told you this would work.
But that horde is still behind us, and Ekun's exhausted.
Biyi rolls his eyes and then points to a cavern ahead.
Look up ahead. If we can get inside, we'll be safe for sure.
I don't know.
We don't have a choice. Faster, Ekun!
Don't stop!
Biyi fires his slingshot, but the stones bounce off of the elephant's thick hide. No effect.
Why won't you go down?
That's not going to work.
Just hang on, city boy.
No, Toye is right. We'll never beat him head on unless...
Iyanu's eyes glow blue as she connects spiritually with Ekun. The divine beast's eyes glow. He instantly knows her plan.
Is she connecting with Ekun again?
Whatever she's doing, she'd better hurry.
Let's do this.
Iyanu, get ready to fire.
Understood.
Iyanu draws her bow as Ekun wall runs past the elephant. In slow-mo, the kids barely avoid the elephant's tusks. Ekun winces in pain, but he doesn't slow down.
Hold on, Ekun.
We're almost there.
Just then, Toye points to the top of the cavern.
Iyanu, now!
Iyanu fires a charged arrow at the bluff over the cavern, causing tons of debris to fall from above. Biyi fist pumps.
Wonder!
Interior, cave. Ekun zooms inside as the debris from the shattered bluff seals the entrance.
Woohoo! We made it!
Ha ha!
Thank goodness.
There's no need to worry. My plan worked. The Chosen is safe, and everyone is fine.
Ekun, what's wrong?
Iyanu touches Ekun's fur. His eyes glow blue, and seconds later, Iyanu's eyes glow blue as well. Suddenly, she feels a sharp pain in her leg.
Yeah!
Iyanu falls to her knees. Biyi and Toye help her up.
Iyanu!
Are you all right?
I'm fine. But when I connected with Ekun, All I could feel was his pain. His leg is hurt. Bad.
The elephant. It must have gotten him before we got in.
Iyanu glares at Biyi as anger wells up inside of her.
Was this part of your brilliant plan?
Hey, I was just trying to help.
Help? Look around, Biyi. Does this look like a cavern to you?
Biyi takes in his surroundings, noticing just how dark and spooky the cave is.
No?
No, it's a cave.
So, they are the same thing, right?
Wrong. You're always wrong. Just like you were wrong about the Wrinkle Plains.
Maybe we should all take a big breath?
Iyanu and Biyi ignore Toye and keep arguing.
We never should have come here. What part of the walk of death don't you understand?
Well, at least I found us a cave, chosen.
But what if this cave doesn't have an exit? We'll be trapped here until we run out of air.
Actually, we might have a bigger problem.
Toye shows them his now empty supply sack from the Riverlands, which has a massive tear at the bottom.
Ugh, great. No food, no water, and no way out.
End Act 2. We begin Act 3 in the Rinku Plains. Inside the cave, Iyanu, Biyi, and Toye are still arguing about their predicament.
I can't believe you got Ekun hurt.
I can't believe Toye lost our supplies.
And I can't believe you're still yelling.
I'm not yelling.
Toye flinches. Iyanu and Biyi continue to go at it. Toye tries to get a word in edgewise, but they ignore him.
Happy now? Mango head? You scared Toye.
Actually, I'm not.
You know what's really scary? You're snoring.
I do not snore.
Well, actually.
You do. Just like a hippo, a big one.
Well, your slingshots are dumb.
You take that back.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Biyi. Something, slingshot. Wanda. Something, mango.
Ina.
Banana brain.
The two of them start comically slap fighting like little kids, flailing their arms at each other while looking away.
Ow!
Ow, that hurts.
Enough!
Iyanu and Biyi are stunned silent.
We're wasting time. We have to find another way out. Maybe we'll find some water on the way.
Iyanu and Biyi begrudgingly agree, crossing their arms and pouting away from each other.
Fine.
Sure.
Let's try this way.
Toye leads the way into the darkness of the cave. Iyanu and Biyi follow, shoulder bumping each other like siblings. Yay! So that's the first time we've read the scene all together in about 2 years. During the actual recording, I don't read any of that information. That information is just for the actors and for the animation team. And we actually will go over a scene multiple times, and I'll help shape the performance. I might say, I need this section a little bit faster. I need this a little bit angrier. I would like you to read this with the sense that you're talking to your best friend, because right now it feels like you're talking to an enemy, that kind of thing. And the cast will go over it multiple times. We might drill down on particular sentences and do just those sentences multiple times. And the whole time we're recording it, Roy, the showrunner, the wonderful showrunner, is also listening in. And he'll say things to me like, this characterization feels a little bit off, or I'd love for this to go on a little bit longer. We also play a lot. Anytime there's a fight sequence or someone arguing, the actors will spool on and just extemporize, just improvise, so that I have things to play with in the actual edit. And we tighten things and pull things together and move things around. It's a super flexible, fun process. So, lovely actor folks, since it's been 2 years since we've recorded this, what do you remember about recording this scene? Serah, I'll ask you first. What do you remember about recording this?
I remember the back and forth between Iyanu and Biyi where she's mimicking him. and she's like, "Nee, nee, 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 nee." I remember, we had to do multiple takes of that because we wanted to make it sound very
Yes.
playful, and as much as they're fighting, we wanted it to be very hilarious. And then I also remember the the righteous indignation when she goes, "I do not snore."
As well. As well.
So yeah,
Excellent.
those two lines are very memorable for me.
Sam, what do you remember about recording it?
Honestly, I mean, this is not one of the scenes where I did crazy stuff, but I did remember that these two knuckleheads yelled at me. And in the recording, it was because we didn't do it at the same time, just like you said. They actually yelled at the same time. So I was genuinely shocked when I was doing the recording. And yeah, and I think it was later in the scene when there was a lot of yelling in this scene. Yeah, I just remember two people yelling and yelling, and I kept thinking, "What about Echo? Like, it's her." Like, but it was really fun scene. It was really nice, and watching it was just magic for me.
Yeah.
And okay, what do you remember about recording it?
Yeah, I think I remember thinking in my head at the time, this Toye guy is such an interesting character. Because Iyanu and Biyi were just yelling. And when Iyanu says, "I'm not yelling," he says, actually, you're yelling. And Iyanu says, "I do not snore." And Toye says, "Actually, you do."
Yeah.
It was so funny. And I was really looking forward to seeing what the animators were going to do with it. So, watching the actual scene and seeing them putting fire in our eyeballs when we're together, like saying, "Banana brain, you inner," oh, it was magical.
I do not snore.
Well, you do, just like a hippo, a big one.
Well, your slingshots are dumb.
You take that back.
Hi, I'm Biyi. Something, slingshot, Wanda. Something, mango, Wanda.
Ina,
Banana brain. Ow!
that hurts.
Enough! We're wasting time. We have to find another way out.
For those of you out in the internet world that don't know, the voices are recorded before the animation because the animators need it as a guide for the mouth movement, which is called the flap, and also to just help figure out the pacing of the scene. So what we do with the cast really, really informs the animation style. And I love what these three actors did here because it was the first time all of them were really together and really, really functioning as Team Chosen. And so we had a really good time building that dynamic, this gentle negative energy that Iyanu and Biyi have, and Toye as the arbiter in the middle trying to like keep the peace, like, well, actually, but maybe so. And it was super fun seeing that finally play out. So let us go on to episode 7, where we have another scene. In this particular scene, it's a little bit later in their time in the cave. They've argued about how to get out of the cave. And in that discussion, they discover that Biyi is actually the heir to the throne. They've got royalty in their midst, and he just kind of lets the cat out of the bag. And Iyanu and Toye have very different responses to it, to this news, but it also helps them figure out how they might be able to get out of the cave. So let's have a listen to episode 7, which was written by, I think episode 7 was written by Matt, am I remembering correctly? It was written by Matt Wayne. Episode 6 was written by the fabulous R.B. Floyd. So episode 7 is by Matt Wayne. Let's have a listen. Iyanu and Toye are moved by Biyi's flashback.
That makes you the rightful Oba,
Toye solemnly kneels before Biyi.
my king.
Get up.
Will you get up?
Ekun looks at Toye incredulous and lifts him back up by the scruff of the neck.
Of course I was joking. Really.
The animals pound the cave again.
They're going to break through soon.
We need to get out of here.
We just might, if we trust each other and work together as a team. Team Chosen.
I like that. Team Chosen.
Iyanu smiles encouragingly.
Show me this plan.
Toye outlines his plan. pointing to his neat scratches.
The corrupt are making a way out for us. When they break through, we drive them back and bolt in the other direction on Ekun.
And get torn to pieces.
Nobody asked you, royal boy.
That's why I didn't want to tell you.
We have two advantages, speed and ranged weapons. Iyanu covers the front, Biyi covers the rear.
Toye then makes a fist and leans in.
I'll be holding onto the saddle.
The others copy to create their signature break move.
Team chosen.
Just then, a rhino's horn bursts through the debris wall.
Ah!
As the rhino head widens the hole, bellowing, Team Chosen scrambles onto Ekun's back.
Ekun! Jakba!
Ekun unleashes a huge energy blast, knocking the rhino back and leaping into the debris. And we'll hold here. Nicely done. So, this scene, when we recorded it, we actually had a lot of information from the instructions regarding the action, but a lot of it was going to have to be done in ADR, which is when we bring all the actors back after the animation is complete. And I actually go through and mark what places need sound. And we go back in, and if the character is falling down the stairs, for example, we don't know how many steps the actor is going to hit or the character is going to hit on the way. So there's a note in the script that says character falls down the stairs. The animation comes back to us, the actor comes back with me, and we go to match what's happening on the stairs. And so for this sequence, there was actually a lot of that. We spent a lot of time with how everyone sounded as rocks fell, as people ran, as animals ran at them, as they bumped into each other. And so this particular scene took a lot of work after the animation was done as well. So what do you all remember about recording this? We'll start with Okay this time. Okay, what do you remember about recording this scene?
I remember going to form a what's it called? Knowledge bank, because we had to do a lot of shouting, a lot of say, okay, give me 2 hours, feeling subtle, yet aggressive, yet big. And I'm like, oh God, what am I going to do? Should I say, okay, Paula, please just help me.
So Walla is actually really important. Walla is sort of extemporaneous noise. It's just sounds that are made to fill out a scene. So laughter, crying, the sound of someone dying, running sounds, jumping, being hit, punching someone else, that's all Walla. And so with all of these episodes, we would spend the last sometimes 15 minutes to a half an hour just recording sounds. And I would actually ask for very specific things, as Okay has noted. And then sometimes I would say, I need a longer version of this, or a shorter version of this, or can it sound more impactful, or can you put a cry in it, or can you laugh more? It could get very technical, but they all did an excellent, excellent job. Sam, what do you remember about this scene?
What I remember. Okay, let me just go over this again real quick. Okay. I think it was one of the first times that Toye was actually taking command, and it felt strange for me because I've been doing a lot of guys, well, okay. And it was the first time Toye was gonna, besides when he yelled at both of them, but it was the first time Toye was gonna like step into that role of I got a plan. And it was really fun. It felt really empowering for me voicing that. We did a few corrections, like, okay, sound a little more excited, sound a little more in your power, sound a little bit more this and that. But I think it's a good time to say Paula is an amazing director. Like, you really helped transition through the many phases. So yeah, that's what I remember.
Thank you very much, sir. And Miss Serah, what do you remember about this?
Yeah, just like what Sam said, Paula is an amazing director, and it almost feels weird to not get any direction after that read.
I know.
Like, oh yeah, so at this point, I need you to be this and this and this. I need you to be all of the things, but I know you're capable because you're such a fantastic actor. Rock on, Literally would have directions
Cool
like that.
beans.
And then
Thank you guys.
weird to not have that direction.
Yeah, I miss directing you all because yeah. I miss directing you all very much because all of you were so flexible and wonderful and responsive. So I knew if we started with a scene somewhere that it would get someplace so cool and fun by the end. I could just nudge you and nudge you and nudge you, and it would just keep like elevating and elevating. So it was super fun every time especially with the three of you, every time I had the three of you together, I knew that we were going to be able to make a really cool dynamic and make something really fun. It was just genuinely fun coming to sessions with you guys. So thank you for rocking it for years while we put this together. So now, the goal for us as actors and for me as the VO director is to always sort of reach the place that the showrunner wants. Our goal is to like bring Roy's vision to life. And so sometimes when we start out, the episode or the scene is in a very different place than where it ends up because we're really trying to craft it into something that Roy has in his head. And it's a lot of conversations with me and Roy so I can figure out what's in his head, and a lot of conversations with myself and the actors about how to get it there. So I hope, Roy, if you're watching this, I hope we did what you wanted. It was a blast working on it.
To be honest, I can still hear Roy's voice, especially with the beginning of episode 6, where he'd go like, "What you said, Titan? Throw away your American passport. We need you to sound more Nigerian."
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
Yeah. And how they changed O'Shea. And how they changed O'Shea.
Yeah, that was actually one of the things about dialogue in any show, no matter what we're directing, is that there are also a group of people who listen to it from multiple other fronts, executives, all these different people. And so they all have to agree on what they hear. And sometimes, especially if there's text that's in another language, you have to change it a little bit so that everyone is clear about what it actually means or what's being said. So as you listen to these reads and then compare it to what's actually in the episode, some of the changes were made to sort of satisfy a wide range of people and to make sure that the story was super clear. These two episodes, episodes 6 and 7 in particular, were the first time that Team Chosen really, really came together and that dynamic was set up. What do the three of you remember about how these two episodes help you refine your idea of the characters as you move forward? This is your inside the actor studio question. So, Serah, in 50 words or less, how did episodes 6 and 7 in particular inform the rest of your character choices as Iyanu?
So I think for episode 6 and 7, it really defined her and Biyi's relationship. They started on such a terrible note. They literally were always at each other's throats. But, they came out of the cave as, almost friends. They're getting closer. And, and she's kind of always been Toye's protector, even right from the time they met. So those two scenes kind of like bonded all three of them. Everybody kind of like found a way to connect with each other. And even though it wasn't the perfect friendship or relationship from that point on, it kind of like set the stage for that friendship to really, just bloom from there, I guess.
Awesome. And Sam, how about you?
Definitely. I think at this point, this is one of the moments where I start to understand. And I think the audience also starts to understand Toye's role in the dynamics of the friendship. He's the one who's kind of like trying to keep the team together in the sense that, I don't want these people have like sort of extreme personalities. They never go this way. They always like, we gotta go this way. So, but then both of them also have a great relationship with Toye. So it's really just a lovely time. It's a time I really saw how it plays out. And I wondered if they were gonna throw hands for real between both of them, which I don't think they ever did, but it was so fun to be in that, to understand that dynamic.
Awesome. And okay, how about you?
Yeah, I think this thing just kind of reinforced how every family, operates, in the sense that you fight, you make up, and in the fights you get stronger. You identify a common purpose, the common not purpose.
Yes.
My director.
So many discussions about how to pronounce that word. So many.
Yeah, I had to learn that. What I'll say, in the American read, it's purpose. And I had to do that about
I think that's something that this project, I think that was one of the most interesting parts of this whole thing. Well, not most interesting, but it was definitely very interesting, and it was challenging to, finding a nice balance between the American read and the Nigerian read, where it's still relatable to those in Nigeria, and it doesn't throw those outside Nigeria out the door, and they can still understand a lot of things being said, and the pronunciations they can still follow to a great extent. Yeah, please.
I think we got it right, like 90% of the time. There were moments where Roy and I would look at each other like, oh, they're gonna want the American read. Okay, we'll do it. Just so we had it, just to be safe. So I think we've come to the end of our time. Thank you so much for joining us. We've had a blast with you here today. Happy holidays. Thank you so much for coming. And
thank you.
Thank you for these lovely actors. It was so nice to see you again. I missed you guys so much. You're my heart family.
Yes, Paula. Bye, everyone.
Very great to see you guys. Happy holidays.
Yeah, happy holidays.
Bye. Wonder.
We're going to break through soon.
We need to get out of here.
We just might, if we trust each other and work together as a team. Team chosen.
I like that. Team chosen.
Show me this plan.
What was that?
It's supposed to be me reading, but I'd already flipped the page. So sorry, y'all. It's supposed to be me. I'm the director, and I didn't do the thing. So let's go from the top, because Paula flaked. Paula flaked in a big way. Everyone's looking at me. I was like, why is everybody looking at me? Okay. Here we go.
It's the look on Okey's face, but we just went.
Okay. So sorry. Okay. Going back from the top. I'll try to be cool. Here we go. Paying attention. Here we go. You definitely have to put these bloopers in, y'all.